Greetings to Miss Izati. My name is Angelina Fiona, and today I will be presenting my part, which is introduction for this assignment. Firstly, listening is one of the most essential skills in language learning because it is the main source of input through which learners acquire the language. In Malaysian classrooms, students listen to teachers, classmates, and multimedia resources almost every day. Without strong listening skills, they cannot fully understand instructions or participate effectively in discussion or activities. However, listening is also one of the most difficult skills to master, as many learners face challenges such as short attention spans, limited vocabulary, and distractions. They also struggle with fast speech, different accents, and unclear pronunciation, which makes comprehension even harder. This shows that listening should not be treated as a passive skill, and teachers must design engaging and scaffolded activities to help students build their confidence step by step. It also goes beyond comprehension, as when students hear accurate pronunciation, stress, and intonation, it improves their speaking. It also builds vocabulary, reinforces grammar, and exposes them to authentic English, which increases intercultural awareness. So the key message is, listening is just not about hearing words. It shapes understanding, strengthens communication, and supports language learning. Thank you.
Greeting, Miss. My name is Vanessa Renate Anasia, and I will be presenting the issues in listening among students. Many students today struggle with listening because they have short attention spans and get easily distracted. When teachers talk for a long time, students may lose focus, start daydreaming, or play with objects instead of paying attention. This is common among younger learners who are energetic and curious. Another reason is weak communication skills. Some students interrupt or don't know how to respond properly, while others are too shy to express themselves or ask questions. In addition, excessive use of technology makes it harder for students to focus on real conversation, as they are more used to listening to sounds from videos or games. To improve their listening skills, teachers and parents should encourage students to limit their screen time and engage more in real-life interactions.
Now, the significance of listening activities in the classroom. By listening activities, it will help the student to build strong communication and comprehension skills by enabling them to understand spoken English and to respond appropriately in different situations. Through listening exercises, the students are trained to identify main ideas, specific details, and also to imply meanings in the conversation, instructions, and also story, which will improve their comprehension and also focus during the lesson. The listening tasks such as note taking, following directions, and also answering comprehension questions will also encourage active participation and to make the students to be more attentive in the class. In addition, listening to the native or fluent speakers will expose the student to the correct pronunciation, stress, and also the intonation patterns. This will help the students to improve their speaking fluency and to expand their vocabulary with the new words and expression that what they can apply in their writing. By listening activities also, it will strengthen other language skills such as reading and writing, as all of these skills are closely connected. Furthermore, by listening to the authentic materials like interviews, dialogue, and short talk will allow the students to experience different accents and cultural perspectives. helping them develop cultural awareness and to appreciation for the diversity. Good listening skills also prepare the students for academic success by improving their understanding of classroom instructions, participation in group discussion, and the performance in oral and written assessments. Beyond the classroom, these skills give the students the confidence to communicate effectively in daily life, whether with their peers, teachers, or members of the community. Now I will pass it to the next presenter.
Hello and good morning or good evening to Miss Shakira that will be evaluating this presentation video. My name is Felix Bongpaikian and today I'll be presenting my part for the teaching oral skills assignment. And without further ado, let's start off with my part, which is the significance of listening activities within the classroom, which I took part B of Hawinder's part. And to start off, to define listening, it is a foundational and critical skills when it comes to understanding a language, and it is often foreshadowed by other measurable skills such as reading, writing, speaking, and often mistaken as a passive act. And through clarifying the information, a skill which is true listening, when it comes to language learning, it represents a much more active process to learning as it dedicates listening activities within the curriculum and not merely a supplement for other language arts, and it circulates comprehensive cognitive, social, and academic development. Moving on, a crucial role to listening is its function as a primary method for language acquisition. And this is a fundamental skill for both native speakers and language learners as auditory input. The linguist Stephen Christian hypothesizes that input visual his hip his hypothesis input visualizes that learners progress through an understanding language that is slightly beyond their current level of competence within the language. An example being a classroom activity such as listening to stories, participating in dedicated sentence writing or reading, or engaging with audio material to provide essential comprehensive input for the learner itself. And these exercises train the students to record sounds, recognize grammatical patterns, and infer meaning from context, underlining the groundwork for more intermediate skills such as fluency within reading. Okay, moving on to the next part, which is the